So the process that we're currently engaged in the re-legalization efforts of all things cannabis, it's a matter of whittling away. It's a step-by-step process. And, you know, there's the all things cannabis side, there's the medical cannabis side, and then there's the industrial hemp side. And give the floor to Eric Steenstra to talk about the efforts that we've been engaged in and are ongoing here in California, and to the extent that he'd like to discuss other states' efforts and what's going on with the Ron Paul bill back in Washington, D.C.
All right, thanks, Patrick. So in 2000, the hemp industry recognized that we really need to get active politically and needed an organization to do that. And we founded Vote Hemp, and in 2005, we've been working a strategy that covers both state and federal law, because all the states, as of early 90s, had laws on the books that didn't allow for hemp farming in addition to the federal law. So we knew we couldn't just change federal law, we had to change the state law as well, so that farmers would be able to grow it. And so in any case, we don't come from a place where we have the kind of funding to be able to do an initiative, so we've always worked through the legislative process, and as we've done here in California. If I can get the slide there. So in Congress, we were able to work with Ron Paul to get a hemp bill introduced in 2005, the Industrial Hemp Farming Act. And Ron Paul's a Republican from Texas. He's essentially a libertarian. He believed in the hemp issue on a liberty basis. He just felt farmers should have the right to grow a crop. It's a very simple bill. Unlike most of the bills you find in Congress, it's a two-page bill. It just defines industrial hemp and says it's going to let the states regulate it. We have steadily picked up co-sponsors. The bill's been reintroduced. This will be the fourth time, I believe, coming up next month. And we had 26 co-sponsors on the bill the last time around. And we were very fortunate, despite the fact that a lot of people lost their jobs in the last election. All 26 of our co-sponsors were re-elected, so it doesn't seem like supporting hemp has any kind of a negative impact on your election prospects. So we're hoping to get that bill reintroduced, and we're looking forward to getting a Senate bill this year. We've got a senator who we're working with, and we're trying to get a second one to co-sponsor the bill, and we're hoping to have a Senate bill that'll be a companion to this Ron Paul bill in the next session. So, next slide, please. All right. One more, this is just a list of all the sponsors from the different states. The interesting thing is it is a bipartisan bill. We have 5 Republicans and about 21 Democrats. So we've managed to get people from across the spectrum. And even here in California, when we had the original bill that Mark Leno did first 2 times, he reached across the aisle to a conservative Republican from Orange County. Here, he's a liberal Democrat from San Francisco. So that's the interesting thing, is that people on both sides of the aisle do get the hemp issue. It doesn't matter if you're a liberal or conservative.
It's an economic, it's a farming issue, it's an agricultural issue. It is not a drug issue.
Yeah. All right, next slide, please. So that's a little bit more of the breakdown there. We had 21, as I mentioned, 21 Democrats, 5 Republicans, and they all won. We're hoping we've got some new blood coming in the Senate and in the House, and we're hoping to pick up some additional co-sponsors this time around. And our real goal is to get a hearing, and we're pushing for that. The chairman of the Judiciary Committee is Senator Leahy from Vermont. And there's 9 states that currently have passed legislation allowing for hemp farming of one type or another, either research or actual farming, including North Dakota, Oregon, Vermont, West Virginia, and a number of other states. So we're continuing to work to expand that. A total of 17 states have passed either a bill or a resolution urging Congress to do something to allow farmers to grow hemp again. Pop the next one. Sounds good. Another thing we've done is we've worked with the farmers. So we worked with the National Farmers Union. We attended the convention, and we've been educating the Farmers Union on the issue, got them to pass a resolution in support of this. The Grange also, that's another farmers group, passed a resolution on this. Here in California, we had the California Certified Organic Farmers who passed a resolution in support of it. So we've been working a lot to educate farmers about what the benefits of hemp are. And one So we did also get Ron Paul to make a statement on the record. In any case, that's primarily what our strategy has been. We've also been trying to work with the Obama administration. I think it's kind of ridiculous that you've got a situation now where 15 states are being allowed to regulate medical marijuana, and yet they haven't recognized that farmers should be able to do the same thing under state law. So we're not quite sure why it's taken this long, but we're really disappointed in the Obama administration for continuing to block this, because they're really the roadblock at this point. There's several states that have already issued licenses for farmers to grow, including North Dakota. So.
Thank you, Eric.